But then there's another reason, perhaps the most important reason, and that's that you learned Kriya Yoga from me. You wouldn't get the blessings of the Guru. Every time you did your Kriyas, you'd be thinking of me, and I assure you that's not going to accelerate your spiritual growth. So it's much better to be doing your Kriyas with the Guru's presence in mind. You should never do your Kriyas alone. You may be sitting what appears to be alone on your meditation chair or sitting cross-legged on the floor, better yet if you're young and limber. But you shouldn't be doing your Kriyas alone. You should be doing them with your Guru. And if your Guru is Paramahansa Yoganandaji, well, then you should begin your meditation session by tuning in with Yoganandaji, doing some chants, looking at his picture and so on. You're not worshiping the Guru. You're worshiping the God that Guru represents. God rarely speaks directly to individuals here on earth. He almost always speaks through a Guru. The Guru is the speaking voice of the silent God. And so for that reason, I should not be, another very good reason, I should not be teaching Kriya Yoga techniques. But there's a lot that can be said about Kriya Yoga without teaching the technique. And the first is the definition. The word yoga in Kriya Yoga comes to us from Sanskrit into the English language as yoke. Yoga becomes yoke in English, meaning to join together. And union also is another word that comes from yoga. The yoking or the union that's referred to in Kriya Yoga is the yoking of the individual with the omniscient, omnipresent Spirit of God. Kriya means to act. So this is an action that brings about union with God. The root Kri, K-R-I, from ancient Sanskrit, is the same root as the word karma, meaning cause and effect, action, reaction. When you practice Kriya Yoga, you're setting in motion a certain action, and then the effect is spiritual union, if you do it properly and with concentration and long enough. And it's not an easy thing to do. Your mind wanders, but that's the process that one goes through in Kriya Yoga in uniting one's individual consciousness with God. Now, I'd like to tell you what that experience is like. I'd like to tell you directly from Yoganandaji, but it's full of abstract concepts and the pictures are not concrete. And we're doing a video after all. So we're in a visual medium. And so I'd like to go back a few centuries. Santa Teresa de Avila was instructed by her superiors to write a treatise on prayers. And this was at the end of her life, pretty much when she'd had a lot of experience in prayer and meditation. So in order to present the yoking or union aspect of Kriya Yoga, I'll be relying upon St. Teresa's 16th century book, The Interior Castle, a book that she wrote for guiding her sister nuns.